Hi guys, I'm just in the process of getting my reference image for, oh come on computer. There we go. So I'm getting ready to knock out another Nordic carved Nordic battle axe, war axe. Sorry, the battle axe is the two-handed. This is the war axe, the one-handed jobby. I think that's the way it works. Anyway, one of these in preparation for hitting the 1000s, and I'm also considering what Daedric weapons I want to make. So first, I need to print this out, and image. Oh wait. Not percent inches, and I know I want it 24 inches high. Okay, let's see. Can you ask me something? No. So how are we, gang? Give me a sec. I need to I got a really ham-fisted way of printing this out because my printer will not do a 100% scale over multiple pages. But I have we're going to end up with ghosting here, righto. Sure. What I do is then I do this. Bear in mind I can't see chat while I'm doing this, guys, so yeah. Ah, poo. That ain't gonna work. Blip. Once upon a time, you used to be able to tell your computer that you were going to print something out at a particular size, and it would print it out over multiple pages for you without all this bullshit. Right. Yeehaw. And here we are. So yeah. Mission tonight is to at least get started on another Nordic axe. And I'm considering which one of the Daedric weapons to make. Considering this guy has a two-handed sword. He has a two-handed sword, a one-handed axe, and a shield. I'm thinking that maybe as I put my Daedric together, I should give him some different options, and I'm considering bow, quiver, and one-handed sword, all of the Daedric type, to go with the Daedric armor. So that's my plan at the moment. So I should be working on 2 weapons tonight. The 1000 winner, and starting to get the blood pumping for the Daedric. Okay. Yep, my sticky tape was not returned to my desk. Of course it was not, because that would be preordained, wouldn't it? So we need some sticky tape. Whoop! What's that? Crims! Woohoo! Thank you very much. How do you enter? Simply follow me on Facebook. That's it. How many weapons do I need? All of them. All the weapons. Post-apocalyptic zombie attack. All the weapons. I like my characters to have at least 2, so I'm thinking I might make him, like I said, the I haven't done a bow, so it would be nice. G'day, 6. So I'm going to do a bow and the quiver, of course, because you can't have a bow without the arrows. And yeah, I'm thinking photo shoots and stuff as well. So bow and a standard sword rather than a two-handed sword, so he can wear the bow on his back and sword on his on his waist. But we'll see how we go. I do like I prefer the look of the... Oh yeah, I got my tux on and everything, man. Look, whoop, see? Because bow ties are cool. Hi Helter, how you doing? God damn, that was the top of my finger. Of course it was. Right, let's stick this puppy together. And as Crim has discovered, I have my Twitch affiliation all happening, which means we got the little cheer cup and the little cheer and follow and stuff there. So that's all good, and that's the a step along the path to world domination. So we'll put that there. You need the big, huge, orcish, long hammer. Yeah? Well, I want to do the set, so there is a Daedric hammer. I'm not particularly fussed with it. But I haven't done a hammer yet, so that's a possibility. Do the Daedric hammer and the do the Daedric hammer. That's going to be on the back, which negates the bow and would point me towards a one-handed weapon on the hip. So the hammer and the sword, maybe. I don't like the look of the Daedric two-handed sword, and I already have the two-handed sword for the Nordic, which are finished and I think looks pretty schwanky. I like my Mark III sword. It is well and truly the evolution of the three. We had a discussion at my regular Thursday night quiz that I host. The venue wants to do once a month themed quizzes. So we're doing a Doctor Who flavored quiz in 3 weeks' time. We try not to do 100% themed quizzes because it scares away the regular players who aren't interested in that particular theme, and that can cost us several $100s in a night, so they don't like that. Doing all right, just starting my long day at work. To be fair, your long day is most people's normal day. Oh, okay. A full 8 hours. Oh my God, the humanity. I feels your pain. Whoa, what the hell, Beardy? Oh, look, in the cup, in the cup. Oh, look, messy. Beardy is messy. Some of those didn't actually make it, dude. I dropped a few. Sorry. Thank you for those, Beardy. I'm still getting used to the whole idea of the cheers and stuff, but thank you very much, Lee. It's my understanding that every one of those is like $1 that helps pay for glue and foam and sticky tape and stuff. And Tim Tams. Hell to the yes, and Tim Tams. I am thinking that considering the when did tape get sticky? Well, this is like them mute. It's like invisible and it's got like stuck on one side and tea on the other. Even the mango ones. Is it an overlay on Streamlabs? Yes. Because I'm using Stream Pro for my overlay, so the Tyrannus and the writing and the chat is Stream Pro, but then Streamlabs is giving me this, the cup, and some more notifications that pop up here, the the coin thingy, or the little diamond thingy that pops up with the name is Streamlabs. And when I get new followers and that, I'll still have my normal follow notification here, but I think there's like a little zombie now that pops up in the screen that says such and such is following. And the thing I like about this Streamlabs stuff that I discovered, because I streamed last night and then I did some practice stuff afterwards, is I can do things like that. Yeah, Stream Pro doesn't have all these other lovely bits and pieces that Streamlabs has. It's on the on your desktop, on your desktop, the thingy that bloody, sorry, mental blank, guys. Your control panel type thing that comes from oh, that is right, that comes from Twitch. And it's the first one I grabbed, and then I found out that Streamlabs has many more features and is by far the more common controller used. Screen overlay. The GUI, let's use that for the GUI. I'm actually going to cut the axe head off and make the axe head, the handle, I make a little wider than this because I don't have PVC that gives me the right dimension, but we'll get to that. So this is essentially going to be exactly the same as my Nordic axe. But considering the improvement on the last, so this is how I do my axes. How are you, Scary? So yeah, I just print out the game art at the size I want my build to be, and I go from there, giving up all the secrets, sharing the love. You just close the door, you snobby snob. You're great. We'll get to hang out more today. Yeah, work went well. It did indeed. We promoted the fact that we're going to do the themed quiz, the Doctor Who themed quiz, in about 3 weeks' time, and that was received very well. And of course I got barraged with questions. Are we doing the old Doctors or the new Doctors? Because don't forget, Tom Baker was a really good Doctor, and you can't... It's like, dude, I'm doing a regular quiz with Doctor Who peppered through it. So just kind of like, bring some old people and some young people, and we'll have some fun. So is Scary Bear who I think Scary Bear is? I think it is, so I'm going to give Scary Bear a follow. Scary Bear is who I think Scary Bear is. We spent some quality time this afternoon working on some for Scary Bear's costume earlier on today. Ha ha ha! Who? What is Scary Bear? Well, what would be a human being and somebody who lives relatively close to me and is in my same circle of cosplayers. Yo, Maggie Mike, how are you, you beautiful man? Oh, Jesus, Betty, what are you doing to me? Look, wait, there we go. I think they're over here. Dude, some of those are not even going in the glass. They're like, I'm gonna have to sweep the floor when I'm done. Oh, there's like heads and all sorts of shies are in there. Jesus, thanks, Beauty. Funny you should mention that. I was contemplating seeing whether if you didn't want to turn up, if I pop it on Rory there and have it up on the stage with me. So there's my template for my axe head. And keep that for dimensions for the blade. For the handle. The blade. Having a long day. Imagine it will be. You have to work a full 8-hour shift. Jeez, do we feel really sorry for him? We do. Look at all the love I'm getting there from Beardy and that. What, Beardy, what is the difference between one of them little triangles that's spinning around and one of those heads? Is it a difference at all, or is it like the same thing, or what? Whoa! Beardy's doing even more. Jesus, lad! Just a different emote. Ah, okay, cool bananas. Normal work is fucking soul sucking. Isn't that fucking right? Oh, look out. No, wait a minute. We can't. Sorry. Wait, stop. Wait. We, you know, Oi. You. Thank you. That one. That one. Fix it. Do it. There. See, because I said a swear word, so. Right. Let's get some foam. Some foam going. Dickie just wants to make stuff all day. He just wants to dick around all day. That's what he wants to do. See if I... No. I only work a full day once a week. You're joking when you complain? Yeah, kind of. Part of what I like about being self-employed, except for the quizzes at night, isn't that what we all want to do? Hell to the yeah. I'm really not going to squeeze 2 of these out of this. $12 a day. God damn, Beardy. You must be raking in the dough. 12 hours. Sorry, that is funny, isn't it? You know what? I'm gonna do what I did for the head of the Kratos axe. Really? For 12-hour days? Fuck. Okay, now I'm not going to trace and cut out on the tracing because I'm going to laminate 3 sheets of foam together only 4 days a week. Oh, okay. That's still 50 hours a week, mate. So I'm going to stack 3 layers of foam and laminate them together. Then I'm going to trace the pattern out on the top one, and we're going to crack out the little Dremel scroll saw and cut it out with the Dremel scroll saw. So what I'm going to really do, I will do, Helter, I will do, mate. It's not till the 21st, Wednesday the 21st, so. I made a thing today for my my granddaughter. I made her a telephone. I went all out, I really did. And then she promptly chewed on the freaking thing. It's not like she's a baby. Yeah, it was cute before she ate it. So, I'm going to put those 2 together like that. Now that's not going to give it to me. That. Put the dark one in the middle. Yes. And use 2 grey ones on the outside, so the outside texture is the same on both sides of the axe head. So yeah, I'll use the light grey You can see there's a slight difference. They're two different. So light grey on the outside with a dark grey sandwich in the middle. Doink, doink, doink. I'll sand off the texture in the inside, sandwich those puppies together, and then trace out the axe. Carry on needs help. Or not. Oh, hello. Right, apparently the P and the O are close by on the keyboard. Fail. Okay, I'm just going to knock some of this shine off this texture so that they glue together. So, incessant Dremel noises. Now, first I'm going to kick my boots off. Indeed, seek the sound of freedom. I just need a vacuum attachment for the Dremel now. If only my rotary did things that quickly. Why wouldn't it do? It's a nice fresh roll, a little sandpaper disc on the bottom there. I'm going to have foam bits all over me tuxedo. I am. Formal crafting with Tyrannus. Stand by, boys and girls, because there's 2 more of those. Yours is the old. Oh, yours is an old rotary. What, like a telephone? One. Muhaha. And I think I might actually do a little bit of dust intervention. Better late than never. Even that takes about an hour to get 1 square. Bloody hell. No worries, Helter. I already got a cuppa, but thanks, man. Something's going on there. It's seriously gumming up the disc, the drum. Oh, this is the black one. This is different. I'm inclined to think this black one has a rubber content. Really? That looks a bit hardcore, Beardy. For wood floors, yeah. There's one of these on sanders that adds quite a lot of life. A cleaning block, yep. Okay, that's two. One more to go. Getting serious now. Got my sleeves rolled up. Yeah, that middle foam has a different texture, and I think it has a bit of a rubber content in it. It's gummed up the sanding disc. Good thing I got a shite load of them. Don't mess up my tux. I got that thing at 5, absolutely. I just finished that thing. But thanks for the heads up, I shall remember. Okay, last one. Carry on. You ended up having quite a productive day today. Helmet templates cut out of foam, glued to the left and right sides. Also printed and cut out templates with the Titan Fall pilot helmet. And you're cutting the grass. Damn! Yeah, it does sound a bit sus there, Helter. He's definitely on some performance-enhancing substance. Copious amounts of caffeine. That works. Now look at that. I've been streaming for 55 minutes. Can you imagine how much more work I could get done if I could get TNT Cosplay foam here in Australia, which has no texture on either side? Oh my lord. It's okay. He's not in the stream. He's not going to send me shitloads of TNT cosplay. Or TNT foam. Alrighty. Although we have investigated what it would cost to freight some TNT foam here to Australia. You live in the same state. Everybody would send to Australia if you're prepared to pay the freight. Okay, don't need that on. Postage is a killer. Well, not a killer, but we had a look at the exercise and went through the exercise of sending a roll of TNT to me. Cost $46 US to send a roll of foam to me, so. That's going to be my foam sandwich. And then we're going to trace that little puppy on there. We all going to cut it out. But first, we all got to glue it together. Speaking of which, glue. I don't think I need my jacket on now. Get off of me. Yummy foam sandwich, indeed. Hup. Well, you got to get your money's worth. I got to get the tip jar. So, you know, I'm stripping for tips. Isn't that the way it works? I've been to a Bucks party. I know what's going on. It's for all my ladies. It is very hard coming up with original designs because everything that you do will come from a seed that you gathered from somewhere else. And as much as we may see it as an original design, you're going to see the progenitors in your head every time you look at it. You've never been to a stag party. Oh, you've never lived. Don't you have any friends? No, you're like a lonesome little criminal, are you? Mate, the one thing you do not want to be invited to is a stag party while you're in jail that's being held in jail. Stay well away from that. So I've been heard you have one friend. And I'm it. I'm an online friend. You know, I have online friends too. I've got to pay them and dial that 0055 number to talk to them. But other than that, exactly. You ended up drawing about 5 designs using inspiration. You ended up scrapping the lot as they were too similar to the original image. The thing is, you're going to see that all the time because you're designing it. The rest of us may not. You have one friend, but she has a puncture. We're all class here. Dear. On a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied are you with your medical service? Try these guys for foam. It's where you got some of the foam from. Our specialtyfoams.com.au. Oops, that's plural. I nearly took a swig out of my blinking can of paint, that can of glue. Yeah, so as you can see, there's a lot of shine there, so I'm going to let that cure off before I slap those two together-y. Dobra Street, Yanjibab. Yes, I think Aussie Mike and I were going to take a drive up there, and something happened that never happened. I'm right, actually, I don't mind putting in that little bit of effort to sand it off. I mean, I've got, if worse comes to worse, I've got a bench belt sander, and I've got, you know, palm belt sander, and I've got a detail sander. It's not like I can't remove the foam, the texture, if I really want to. Let me blow in your ears. That's what you need, a palm belt sander. The only thing is, it grabs your foam and spits it across the fucking room every single time. Put a prawn on the barbie. At least you got it right and didn't call it a bloody shrimp. So the first one's right. Oh, I know, that's cool. Ooh. It's better on planks of wood, but it still does the texture off the foam. Shit, for a minute there. I thought I'd put the glue on the wrong side, but no. That's cool. That's an outside piece, and this is an outside piece, and this is the center of our foaming sandwich. It's so hot in here, all the Sheilas are out. Summertime Sheilas. No core in the axe head. Nope, no core needed, dude. The 3 layers of foam give it quite enough rigidity. Here's one I prepared earlier. Oh, which may have been slightly bigger. But no, with the 3 layers of foam, there's no core needed. It's pretty strong. Well, I don't need to do that, Seek. I've got a bench belt sander. You need to make a sword, but you never made one with foam. Well, then, you need to have a look at the archives and look at the construction of my recent little sword. Because, Beardy, I've just finished making the Mark III of Boink. Of that, and that's all foam construction with 16mm hardwood dowel core in it. And that's been the subject of the last couple of streams, so they'll all be there in the archive. And that's... I've got to stop hitting the fucking roof and putting scuff marks on it. But yeah. So follow in my footsteps. There are streams there for swords. Okay. No, that's the Mark III, the aluminium core split. Broke off right where the tang left the blade. So that is one solid build from the pommel down to the blade. Well, one. Yeah, one rebuild, the entire blade. Yeah. Okay, so that one will drop onto there. I'm giving my two grey, light greys on the outside and the dark grey on the inside. No core at all. None. No. Well, in the sword there is. Yes, there's a 16mm dowel running through that and out of hardwood. But no, for the axe there's no core at all. No. Actually, where is it? It is in here. Fine, be a pain in the butt then. We'll do it this way. Come on, computer. Quit faffing around. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. There. There you go, beauty. Does that help? No whackers. Flick through a few of those on either side, if that helps. You're hungry, but you gotta wait for your friend to come and pick up her son. Well, that's not nice. Doesn't she know that you're starving? You don't want to feed her progeny, so you can't eat in front of him? Aren't you glad I have no Tim Tams to tempt you with during the stream? Because that would be just rude to do that. Eat the kid. There you go. Problem solved. No waiting and no embarrassing conversation about eating in front of the child. They taste like chicken. See? Everybody agrees. May get some small protestation from the child, but hey, with some flava beans and a bottle of Chianti. Silent Green is people. What did you agree to? Just smile and nod, Crim. Smile and nod. It'll all be over soon. I had a good week as far as Twitch is concerned. Like I said, I got my affiliate status unlocked. And I got followed by both Punished Props and SKS, Stephen K. Smith. So I thought that was kind of cool. Jons, how are you, mate? Thanks for joining us again tonight. That's better. I couldn't quite read the details on that. What's T working on this time? I'm making a people killing actions. I'm starting to make the prize for the giveaway for 1,000 Facebook followers. So yeah, when I hit 1,000, I will put everybody in an Excel spreadsheet. That will give every follower a number. Then I will jump on the interwebs and use an online random number generator to give me a number. And then we will match up that number with a name, and that person will have won themselves an axe just like mine. Which I have. Ah, there we go. So yeah, one of these. Muhaha. Choppy chop 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 chop. So if you're not following me on Facebook, hint hint, nudge nudge, wink wink, say no more. And yes, I will send it anywhere in the world. Because being in Australia, I get really jacked when we see competitions available to residents of the US and South America only. It's like, really? Really? Come on. What are we here in Australia, in the UK? Chopped liver? Ah, well, see, now you're in it. And you must be in it to win it. We don't count. We're at the bottom of the world. It would appear that that's a general consensus. To some misinformed cretins in other places around the world. But I'm here to tell you, we count. Sanjo, this is a test of the emergency craft stream. It has been an actual emergency. You would have seen widespread panic and chaos. We think, oh, shite, I know what you're saying to me. Let me guess. Nothing to see here. This is just a test. Okay, thank you. Let me fix that. There we go. Thread now appropriately titled. Just seeing what you're doing, then going to sleep. That's okay, Ozzy. We'll keep an eye on you while you sleep. It'll all be okay. Do you want a nice red balloon? You sleep nude. Hubba hubba. That's okay. You can't scare me. I sleep with my eyes shut. You just reaffirmed your belief in only cooking with high quality ingredients. So no 2-minute noodles in the Yons house. And yes, Helter, I agree. Emmy with flowers on either side has just started following me on Instagram. Thank you, Emmy. I don't know, Ozzy. The thought of you naked at night is a lot of information to assimilate. Only high quality instant noodles. There are high quality instant noodles? Lunch? Nick off, Noddy. It's 5 minutes to midnight. Lunch. Nissin. Like the guys who make cars, they make noodles. Well, that's fucking amazing, that is. But I think that might be a different company. As in there's like no A in what you wrote. No worries, Aussie. Go get some sleep with no clothes on. It's hardly surprising considering you bloody stream with no pants on. It's like a news presenter, ladies and gentlemen. What goes on under the desk is none of our business. Fluffy omelettes with cheese, ham and mushrooms. See, it's turned into another food channel again, hasn't it? The food stream, I should say. Unless I stand up. Yes, well, then it's scary. So, Seek's still in the house, is he? You had a leek and bacon quiche for dinner. I had dinner 6 hours ago. I had a 300-gram Scotch fillet with chips and a salad on the side, washed down with a lovely glass of chilled soda water with lime cordial in it. Your omelette needs shrooms. Everything needs shrooms, dude. Everything. You could have been making child omelettes. Damn you for your sudden but inevitable betrayal. She's taking away your main ingredient. The thing. Oh, seek. You know how you like. It's time to grow your own child. Purely for nourishment purposes. You found this at a yard sale. Didn't have the handle on the sheath. Is damaged. Yowzers! Okay. That escalated quickly. Here is the sword you need to make. It's pretty long. Oh. That is a really nice graphic too, isn't it? That's a pretty picture. That's the Warden's sword, isn't it? Helter's off to bed. Catch you later for honor. No worries, Helter. Thank you very much, brother. And I'll let you know about the thing with the thing and the thing. I wish I could remember what the hell I was doing. Gonna make it more historical. Cool. I'm looking at the wrong screen. A Dremel scroll saw, yes. But it also pops out of the little bench and can be used as a coping saw. Okay, now this one here is a little bit louder. Does it Julian cut fries? It slices, it dices, it's Juliet. I am going to drop my volume down, guys. So it's going to get a little quieter because this is significantly louder than the Dremel. Even though they're both Dremels. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're going to go quiet for a sec. So, yeah, I don't know, hum a song or something. You'll be fine. Okay. And nobody came out complaining about the noise, but there we go. One scroll saw cut. Lovely clean. Off to bed to pay the bills. Off to pay the bills. Be back in a bit. No worries, we'll be here. Or some of us will. How clean are those cuts using that saw? Well, pretty clean, brother. Pretty clean. And pretty perpendicular too. Look, a nice 90-degree cuts, no tapering in and out and shit. You must get what that saw is? Let me show you. One moment. One moment, Miss Scary Bear. This goes out for my mate Seek. This is a Dremel motor saw. The perfect accompaniment to my Dremel stand. But yeah. It's Dremel, it's good. I got this one at half price. Dremel and 20 motor saw, variable, compact, that looks like it. When Masters Hardware. Go stuff yourself, you Australian bastard. Yeah, when Masters were opening, we did the outside broadcast on the radio station as they opened, and I managed to go in and snag this off the shelf at half price. They had like 3. So yeah, not only do you use it in that cradle as a bench-mounted scroll saw, but you can also use it as a coping saw, a powered coping saw in your hand. I do find that it has a really high-pitched squeal to it, and I really don't like using it at this hour of the night. But nobody's come out to kick my ass, so I think we got away with it. You do have a full-size scroll saw from your woodworking days. Okay, so now that I've cut that out, we're going to put tapered edge on the front of the blade here. Okay. And I'm also going to, you have a scroll saw myself. Just get a super thin blade. Yeah, the thinner blades you get, and the finer, the higher TPI blades, teeth per inch, the finer cut you get. But I'm finding the blades that came with it standard for metal give me a good enough cut. So now I'm going to remove the taper off this blade. I'm going to trace it onto this blade and use it as my template to do my 45-degree on that. So I don't need any of these chunky chunks of chunk. Actually, I might need one of these offcuts to make the pommel on the handle. The blade for metal, although I did see Bill on his scroll saw Actually, it was a bandsaw, sorry, I lie. On his bandsaw, he was using a scalloped blade, and that was cutting foam absolutely beautifully. But yes, metal has more teeth per inch, a higher TPI. So the finer the blade, the smoother the cut for the foam. Wood saw blades tend to tear through the foam, and that defeats the purpose. A big rotating knife, yeah. Oh shit, I just got the website that Helter told me to check out, specialtyfoams.com.au. How hard can that be? And then apparently for scroll saws and band saws, you can get a omnidirectional blade, which is basically just a thin sliver with like diamond dust all over it, so you can cut. So you wouldn't have to tailor it around to follow the blade. You can just sit there and like a router and cut it. You want one of those. You want that. Okay, so essentially what I've done is I've marked down the center and I've marked where my tapers start, and they're going to be my glides to come in and cut a 45 off of there. Off to sleep. Good night. Hey, no, the diamond blade, yes. No worries, it was absolutely my pleasure, and yeah, all things being considered, we'll get back into that on a Sunday. Scary? Now, while I've drawn those guides in there, I am not going to be foolish enough to try and be a master craftsman and make this cut on those guidelines. As long as I stay in this waste material bit, I can then meet those guidelines with the sanding drum on the Dremel and beautify it then. Take my glasses off because whenever I lean over to do this sort of stuff, my glasses slide down my freaking nose. Seek cheap way to put a fine tooth scroll saw blade in a handheld coping saw. More work, but it would do the job. Well, like I said, that can be used as a handheld coping saw. A powered handheld coping saw. Woohoo! It's all good. Seek, it's Dremel. Sideboard kangaroo, thank you very much. Wait. I got it. I don't want to spill them on the floor because. Ta-da! Thanks, buddy. And it puts you, look at this, on the top of the list. Sorry, Biddy, but you do have the next 3 ranks up there. Thank you very much, guys. All that helps me eventually. I think as an affiliate as opposed to a partner, in 60 days I see a return on your investments in my crafting. Let's do something totally unsafe and cut towards ourselves. If it's over $100. Yeah. 30% of which is taken in American tax. That's okay. It's a start. That's okay. I'll just build up a cult following like Ted and be able to have subscriptions. Yeah. And I've also got a donation link on the front page after being told off today by a friend of mine who used to stream a lot for games, and he told me off for not having a donation button. And I said, well, look, I don't think I put any content out there that's worthy of having donations. And yeah, he gave me an ear bashing and told me that decision was not mine to make. I should put the option up there, and that decision is up to the people who watch the channel, whether they think my content's worthy of donations or not. Fine, I'll do that then. Wait about 60 days. Yeah. Well, I see Crims is asking, does anybody want to shout out who is created stream? I get all the donations. Yes, the donation go. Yes, I did just get affiliate like 3-4 days ago, but not partnership. It's a different thing. But yes, Betty, the donation last night, one of the guys helped me out, and they put while we were checking if the donation thing works, they put $1 in, and it went straight to my PayPal account at $1.26 Australian. So that's an instant transfer as opposed to these. Thanks a lot, Crims. I appreciate that, bro. Oh, please, dog, will you stop? Just jump the bloody fence and eat the bastards. Dingoes. Crikey. I got a dingo. He's there in the backyard barking at the alligator and the goddamn swordfish. Oh, look how close I'm getting to the tip of my fingers. There's a choice. The donor can pay the fee or the recipient. You want a white dingo super Gundam? Crikey, that sounds very exotic. I think I might poke it with a stick. That being said, the white dingo sounds rather racist. Or colourist, I suppose. That is a super low angled blade. Will we like Dremel noises, boys and girls? Should Uncle Tyrannus start the Dremel? Didn't clean it very bloody well. Crikey, mate. Kick back with me Foster's ready to watch a good stream. Hello, everybody. G'day, Nordic. With your Fosters, your tosser. Oh. Demi Keto. Now, there should hopefully be a thingy. There's. Ah. Huh? Yeah, it probably should have come back a bit. And probably my blade is probably significantly thicker than the artwork. Doing God. Well, that'll make him smile on Sunday. Are you saying I'm not worthy? What if I was in an elevator? That's where I was going with that. And if the elevator did move, would it mean the elevator was worthy? No, it wasn't. But then again, that is understandable. It was a Ford pickup. Where's one side shaped? Hell yeah! No expense paid for you guys. See? Fen gets it. No expense spared. Thank you for joining us, Fen. I don't recall seeing your name too frequently in chat. We appreciate you being here. Okay, so now that I've dremeled this side, I'm going to pair it up with that side using my guidelines. And yeah, it really is a very steeply angled blade, but it's there to sell the look, I suppose. So we'll see how we go once I shape it. And if I'm not happy with it, I'll bring the angle back a bit. Crud, gotta go bore a bit, for a bit. Okay, no worries, Yon Lines. Thank you very much. My nose is all tickly now with fur, foam, dust, whatever. We'll see you later on. If we don't catch you back during this stream, we'll see you the next time while you're on. I wonder. Cancel that. Go here. Pretty. Well, that should work. See? I wonder why that didn't work last time. You've been watching for a while, but you haven't said much. You watch at work, so there's never much time to chime into chat. North Carolina. Or Carolina. Thank you. Appreciate your company. Especially when you're at work. So here's hoping you're not doing something like, I don't know, aircraft controlling or something. So yeah, Fen, if you're not already following on Facebook, we'll put you in the draw to win this, which eventually, hopefully, with a little bit of love, TLC and some paint, should end up looking something like this. Okay, Dremel noises again, because I can. And by work he means creative work, not what you do for a 9 to 5. Fen works at a video game company. Jesus, I hope it's not the guys who make Skyrim, otherwise I've insulted all your graphic artists in like the last 3 streams. You have to watch to make sure your boss doesn't sneak up on you. I'm safe? Good, good. No Tim Tam currency yet. No, but I do notice there's like a T in my cup. What tip jar? Somebody used a T logo in my cup. Oh, here we go. Im's just put a link up on a finished project. They put you in the game, well, with at least a bit of Photoshop. Bloody hell. Look at those fucking weapons. That is like scary. That's like Urukai weapons. Oh, I do like that. I like me a character that actually has some character, some blood and dirt and grime and gore rather than a nice clean. Oh, that is a thing of beautiful, man. Oh, Jesus. Whoa. Yeah, playing the keyboard with the tip of your swords might be a little bit difficult. Oh, gee, oh. Gone all gooey. Okay, still got a fair bit of meat to take off the top here. Yeah, but like you said, the goal is to scare the crap out of people. So they don't have to actually be deadly, they just have to look deadly. Oh yeah, I agree with you there. Burlap is a pain in the ass to wear, and sewing machines don't like it. I like that you painted it by literally throwing paint at it. So I've shaped the blade, and yeah, that is way too steep. Being a Revenant would be uncomfortable? Yeah. That's the whole Adam Driver Kylo Ren mentality, wasn't it? He reckons putting Kylo on was so uncomfortable, but by the time he actually got in to costume, he was so pissed off and irritated and crap that he was already in angry character mode. It may work. How did I fall into the world of prop making? Well, cosplaying mostly. I make props because they go with my cosplays. There's like 8 yards in just the scarf, mate. It's ridiculous, that cosplay. I'm in the 501st CRL group, or I was in the 501st CRL group to draw up the character reference library for that particular costume, and yeah, painful. Wow, isn't that pretty? Wonder how many of those people I have to ban, eh? It's a raid, is it? Well, that's alright then, if it's a raid. I didn't see a raid notice at the top. Was it a raid? I like to make stuff too. Thanks, guys. Where the hell you all coming from? I like to make pizza and making stuff. Pizza would be good. Okay, well, you'll have to excuse me with my, I wonder how many of those I have to ban. I don't think I've been raided. You're from I like to make stuff. Oh, sweet. I will set a view record, I think. Okay, so, well, yeah, at the moment I'm working on another Nordic battle axe to give away for the very soon celebration of 1,000 Facebook followers. If you guys like my build, and that's him there behind me. This is my Nordic carved armor build from Skyrim. This is my mate Rory. Oh, look out. Follows incoming. KY Jeep guy. Thank you very much for the follow. Whoop. Travis the Travis the Tickler is following. Thank you very much, Lee. So, oh, there's another follow. My lord, I shouldn't be down here. I should be over there. Turn around, you great hunk of foam. So that's my Nordic carved armor build from Skyrim. Complete with the shield, the two-handed greatsword, and that this battle axe. I like to make stuff is hosting my stream with 19 viewers. Thank you very much. Wowzers, Jesus Christ, 74. I've never done 70. So I'm making this. Thank you very much there, Benny Woodworks. I will be giving away another one of these when I hit 1,000 Facebook followers. Jeez, look at this. Mystery Ninja 316. Thank you very much. Too fast. PJ Stoneson, thank you. You're the last one on the list there, and I can't read that. Well, crikey! There we go. There's an Australian colloquialism for you. Crikey! Caleb, thank you very much. You're going to have to change that font. I'm finding it difficult to read that. Although, if I click here, I can make that bit bigger while all that activity's going on. There we go. Lawyer 3 Guru is now following. Layer 3 Guru is now following. Thank you. I'll make it a bit bigger, shall we? We'll leave it there like that. Tyrannus, you're going to be here a while. This is a huge raid. My God, Make It Up is now following. Thank you. I Like to Make Stuff is now following. This could take a while. Look, geez, Louise. Thank you very much, guys. Mystery Ninja. Yes, see, there's a delay between this notification. IQ Workshop, the Wood Lab, Benny Woodworks. And now you should all start following up over there. Mario Sum D is now following. My God, there's millions of you. Thank you. I love you all. Have my children. No, wait. Yeah, strike that bit. And get excited. It's 10 to 1 in the morning here. There's PJ Stoneson's notification. Jesus Christ. Thank you very, very much. That's bloody beautiful. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. I narrate. 10 cheers from them Ickle Pickle. The Mickle Pickle? The Mickle Pickle. Thank you very much. Griffinado is now following. Thank you very much. Don't forget the warning. Yes, let's do that. Excuse me one moment while we do this. Tonzalazola, thank you. That went way too fast. I didn't catch it. Yes, the warning implies that IQ Workshop. That's because I speak in conversational Australian English, which means occasionally I'm going to say the word fuck, and I'm probably going to say the word bloody, and I'm not going to mean it in a really bad, crude way. Now, remember, kids, cussing is cool when adults do it. It's bad when children do it. Thank you, Mr. Adam Savage. Making It Up is now following. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, this is beautiful. I love that. Thank you very much. Honest to God, that's it's blowing my, my God, 86 viewers up there in the thingy-majiggy. Benny Woodworks. Yep, there we go. You get a little zombie following you. Tell you a little bit about what I do. Well, at the moment, I get overwhelmed by the amount of people who jump in on my stream. I make foam armor. It was 125. Jeez, Betty, thank you. Nangni B, thank you. Yeah, I've been cosplaying for about 3. Look at that, 100. Oh, Jesus Christ. A good thing I've got this on. Am I recording this? Yes, I am recording all of this. I like to make stuff. Sorry, Bob, this is my new favourite stream. No, don't desert your maker. Motzi Mog? Oh, yes, okay, so... I've been crafting for about 3 years now. I've made my own mashup of a Doctor Who Cyberman and Darth Vader based on a t-shirt. What would happen if Vader was upgraded by Cyberman? That was my first cosplay costume. I've made a Captain Phasma and a Kylo. And now I've made my Nordic carved armor costume there, which took me 9 months, about 140 hours. I just won Oz Comic Con's. Thank you, Griffinado. I just won Oz Comic Con's Western Australian Champion of Cosplay. So at the end of September, the first weekend of September, October, they're sending me to Sydney. No, I wasn't. I'll catch up with you, the Mickey Pickle in a second. They're sending me to Sydney to represent Western Australia in the Australian Championships. There are 5 of us competing there. Whoever wins there will get sent to C2E2 in April next year for the Champions Cosplay there. No, them Mickle Pickle, I didn't... It may have come across that it sounded like that. I was involved with the 501st group online that created the CRL for Kylo Ren's costume. I'm not actually a 501st member, and it would be insulting to the work that those guys do for me to say that I am. I was online and came across somebody making a Kylo Ren helmet. Made some observations that the details they were putting in there were incorrect based on some stuff that I'd seen, and by compliments of bringing them back on track with what the actual movie helmet looked like prior to the movie's release, they invited me across to the group to help them with the CRL. But no, I'm not a 501st member, and those guys deserve all. You followed, you jump on the follow pile. Thank you, Ben. So yes, the purpose of tonight's build is to make the axe for 1,000 Facebook followers. I do not have a regular stream, guys. So I stream when the mood takes me. So if you'd like notification in advance that I'm about to stream, then please follow on Facebook, because I always put up a warning. There it is, Fen. And you get a double bunger, mate. 3D space is trippy. There and there. So yes, I pre-announce on Facebook about 4 or 5 hours prior to me going, so it's up there. Griffinado, like a tornado, and a griff at the beginning. Yeah, Griffinado. Why not? Why not? Benny, thank you. Jesus H. Christ. Benny jumped straight to the top of the ladder with 500 cheers. I got it. Where's me little, my cup runneth over. Wow. I have an irregular stream. Yes, well, old age and genetics, okay? I'm getting it looked at. No, I'm fucking not. So yeah, I stream whenever the mood takes me. So like I said, Facebook will give you a couple of hours advance notice. There's well over 1,000 work in progress photos here on Instagram. And every one of my streams, including the swear words, gets archived up to my YouTube channel a week or so after it actually happens. So if you want to see every stage in that build, for instance, there are about 54-hour or 3-hour long streams up on the YouTube channel, so you can scroll through for anything, looking at the helmet, the shield, the sword. Shall we do some showing off? So we show our new friends what we've been doing in the last couple of days, because I'm kind of proud of my last couple of achievements. Okay. Supernova is happening here in Western Australia at the end of June, and one of the guests that are turning up at Supernova is Mr. Christopher Judge, who you will know as Tilk, but you may not know is the voice of Kratos in the next God of War game. This is Kratos' new weapon. It's the Frost Axe. It's a two-handed axe, which fits on the screen like so, and I just finished building this in the last couple of days. A bit of detail on your blade and stuff. Mickle Pickle, thank you for the follow on Instagram too, buddy. Appreciate that. Notifications just popped up about that. So I've made that. The runes are from screen capture of that 10-minute long trailer that they put up. I stripped it down frame by frame. Did some screen captures, went through, found the very best one, imported it into Photoshop, traced the pattern, deleted the background image, and then printed the pattern out and transferred it straight here. So that's pretty much as accurate as anyone's going to get at the moment for the details on this. And the whole object of the game was to build the axe so that Christopher Judge would sign it for me at Supernova in about 4 or 5 weeks. I'm glad I put my tux on with all these new people watching. I feel really spiffy now. And then last night I made the Mark III version of my two-handed sword for my Nordic armour. Layer 3 Guru, thank you for the follow. So I've got my shield, and we've made it so that the shield sits on the back, nestled into... the sword sits on the back and the shield flips onto the sword. So for the last couple of days, the stream has been involved in remaking the Nordic Greatsword. This is my Mark III Greatsword. And again, there's some detail for you. And this is all EVA foam. And it has a piece of 16mm hardwood dowel running from about here down to here. Con friendly. I don't know about LARP friendly. I'm planning on interviewing a LARP friend about what it takes to make weapons LARP compliant under the Australian standards, so that prop makers and costumers who watch my stream can get an idea of what they may need to do to their cosplay weapons to make them LARP compliant, because I'm getting a lot of inquiries now to make LARP weapons for people, and I really don't know how to meet the standards here in Australia for LARPing. This was fun. Got to get back to day job stuff. Thank you very much. Honestly, you guys have been freaking amazing. Thank you for raiding and crashing in here like that. You scared the crap out of me. I thought I was being spammed for a while there with nasty people. It turned out I was getting spammed, but all with great people. IQ Workshop, I hope to do a Blade Runner cosplay as your first effort. Always on the lookout for tips and tricks. My stuff looks awesome. Thank you. Blade Runner, hang out at Evil Ted's stream. Evil Ted's got some Blade Runner hands-on experience, as in he made props for Blade Runner from memory? Yeah. Okay. Wowza. I had 13 viewers and then awesomely, then all of a sudden 125. I know, it was absolutely like shite even. Most definitely an occasion for putting the language warning up there. Oh, wow. Okay, let's do some more work on this now. There's my printout of the game art scaled up to full size. Now, there is a 2mm overlay that I put on here. That highlight is going to be 2mm foam overlay. So is this. Where do we go now? All the silver bit that we can see here, this raised detail, is going to be a 2mm foam overlay that will go on the top. But first I need to shape the axe head a bit more. The tang on the back, I tapered down. You can see it's narrowed down there. End of the line, Caleb. We're all the way down under. Yeah, you don't get too much further south than this. I'm on the southern bit of the West Australian coast. You missed the raid. You certainly did miss the raid. Seek. We jumped up to 125 viewers, man. It was a thing of fucking beauty. And so much so that when it first happened, I thought it was like hackers and stuff, and I was about to start hitting the ban button. Because I'm so young and naive and shit when it comes to Twitch. So yes, we're going to do this. We're going to do the stippling pattern inside here with a blunt stone Dremel bit. And we're going to leave it rough hewn and perforated and stuff. Who played Risk with the Maid? Okay. So yeah, like I said, the whole idea of this build is to make another one of these and give it away when I hit 1,000 Facebook followers down there, and I'm really freaking close. So yeah. Who needs coffee to keep awake? I got my cup of tea. It's 1 a.m. Exactly. Who needs coffee to keep awake? So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to have a look at my reference, which is this one. And I'm going to taper the tail of the blade down from this point to 1 foam thickness here. Alright. And I'm pretty certain what I did was, yeah, I did a diagonal line from here to here, and I used that as my starting point to slope off from. Did it on both sides, and had to do that before I put the 2mm overlay on, obviously, because it's an overlay. And if I put it on and cut it away, then that defeats the purpose, and who the hell wants to do shite like that twice? Not this little black duck. Think we should start calling you Triple T, Tyrannus Cosplay, Tim Tams and T. Well, yes, there's no Tim Tams. I ate all the mango Tim Tams last night. And for those of you who are just starting to follow, I don't make movie accurate, screen accurate kind of props. I'm making. Hey man, you got to go for dinner. It was awesome to meet you. Thank you for joining us, man. I really do appreciate you guys all coming over and joining the stream. Hopefully, we see you more frequently and we can share stuff back and forth. No, Tim Tams, you have failed me this day. You know what? Shh, she's asleep. She'll never know. Just one. She'll never know. It's her packet. Half for you guys, half for me. Yeah. You're right, Beardy. She will know. Shall I put it back? Oh, Jesus, those ones are nice too. They're Black Forest ones. IQ Workshop, thank you for the follow on Instagram. Too late now. She loves her dad. Now I'm eating your half too. Film at 11. Yeah, it was Nordic's fault. He insinuated a mass exodus from the site, from the stream if I didn't have Tim Tams. No, those really are good. Fortunately, they will make more, and I will have to buy another packet to replace hers. All for the simple reason that I ate a Tim Tam. As it was, that's the packet that I had to buy her to replace the other packet that I ate. Oops, it's not making the cut. Come on. Just really wowzers. We'll do it this way then. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Crikey, there's more than one way to gut a dingo. And for all of those of you who are wincing as I cut myself towards me, if I do end up slipping, slicing and cutting my arm, it will be legitimate cosplay then, because it will have bled on it. What? A baby ain't your dingo? What sort of a mongrel would do a thing like that? It was self-defense. Because it's 1 in the morning, what else is there to do? It would appear that my Australian accent and cocky sense of humour may have offended a few of those people who've come to join us. Either that or it's just damn late. Skinning a clay sculpt and foam. Okay. Now you have tea. $6:10 in the UK. AM, PM. It's dinner time there, isn't it? And it's dinner time yesterday. So it's like, for instance, it's 1:10 on Thursday morning here. Which means it's 6:10 on Wednesday evening there. Because, like, I'm in the future. $10 a.m. in California. Taking all that texture off really did gum that time travel, man. That's it. It's like wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff. Okay, Dremel noises, because Dremel noises are the sound of love. So, I do the one in chat thing. If there are people there who are creative streamers, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. I don't want to offend you. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, if you are a fellow creative streamer and you put 1 in chat, that's the indicator that we'd like to ask you. You just followed for the Doctor Who reference. I got another one, hang on a sec. Whoa! Astro Ukulele. So, yep, there we go. Creative's got it. If you put a 1 in, Crims has got it. If you put a 1 in the in chat, it's an indication that you are a fellow creative streamer, and that gives me the ability to follow you back. Here's one of my little friends. I got my my controller there. Will be one soon. Crikey, Betty! Betty cheered 20, and they're going towards the cup. They're. I think you got them all in the cup that time. There's the Doctor Who reference for you. There's the Doctor Who reference for you. So, that's the guy who sits in Cebus Industries, the guy who sits in the throne room. You stream music production and DJing. That's not a problem, Fen. I run a DJ company. That is art, brother. I've been a DJ since 1989. And then I have what is supposed to be a cyber leader with the emotion chip plate removed so you can get to him. So these are my boys, and they literally sit above the monitor staring at me while I stream, and they're all pointing at me, accusing me of not doing enough streaming. I wonder, will it float? Does it sink or will it float? That's what I see staring at me. Oh, Jesus Christ, he looks intimidating. So, there's a little bit of Doctor Who paraphernalia up there. Daleks. It's out of focus. I'm sorry. Okay. That's literally, I've got the camera hard mounted, just sitting there. So let's put the boys back up there. One. 2, 3. Sorry, love the Doctor Who references. It's filmed not far from where you live. It's been featured in quite a few episodes. Sweet! I wonder what they look like now that I've done that. Oh yeah, they look bloody intimidating now. All right. Sorry, make you all seasick watching me spin the camera around. Okay. So I purposely wanted to, did I mean men there? I wanted to give it that rounded drop off. Where's my camera gone? There, instead of a taper, so I'm going to do the same on the other side now. You got a jet? No worries, thanks Nordic. Appreciate you being with us today, mate. Why are you yelling, Seek? IQ Workshop, man, you gotta fly. You enjoyed the raid. Thank you very much for sending all these people over here. You're just, yeah. You guys were beautiful. Thank you. I'll see you next time you drop in to join us. Nordic Voyage waves goodbye. Bye. By IQ. Say that every time I start drinking vodka. Okay, I think that's pretty much the profile I want on the rear spike. Obviously we've got to keep it con friendly, so no sharp damaging bits on there. And I also like how now this ridge is running kind of parallel like that, so that when I put my details on, it's going to drop in and look like it's meant to look like that. Now, do I have enough, or at least any, 2mm foam left to do an overlay? There's a piece there. It's covered in fluff and dust and shite. Okay, it's tall enough to do the blade, and I can lop that piece off, turn it 90 degrees, and get enough to do at least one side of the blade with the 2mm. So that's what I'm going to do. Should put that over there to use it in a moment. I had a couple of layers of paper and sticky tape there in that bottom corner, which are making life a little difficult. So we have to make one of these. Well, actually, in reality, we need to make two, but I don't have foam. I've got to pick some up tomorrow out of town, because there doesn't seem to be anywhere in my piddly little town that sells some. So I have reason to be 30 k's up the road tomorrow, and I'll pick some up then. It's starting to get a little cool. Oh, that's because it's like 17 degrees. So even though it's a nice, simple and easy design to trace around, I'm pinning it down so that it doesn't budge while I trace it, so I get a proper representation of this pattern on my foam. And that pen is cactus. While I do have Sharpies here, and a shite load of them at that, because this is a giveaway, I want this to be nice and close to the line. So I'm using something with a very fine tip on it to give me that precision. And across the inside as well. I've been asked a couple of times whether the ink runs under the paint. So just started getting into EVA prop making, and I really love how easy it is to work with. The heat gun detail is such an awesome trick. Also love how just slightly touching it with a Dremel, you can make it look like metal and stuff. Yeah, I really enjoy EVA crafting. It's, like you said, it's very forgiving, very malleable, and very workable. I basically have carved the detail on there. The handle of the Kratos axe is sculpted out of EVA foam, craft knife and Dremel. You can get some really good effects out of it. A combination of the stippling and paintwork makes it look like it's metal. And then you can also do a combination of painting and dremeling to make it look like wood. And I got a reasonably good example of that in here with this one. And of course, this is a commission that I finished and gave to the client last weekend. Don't do that. Do this. So yeah, with a bit of paint and a bit of creative Dremel work, you can get some good looks out of EVA foam. Now, for those of you who are thinking, Jesus, his stream's quiet, why is there no background music? Well, the channel that I use to provide background music is swapping to another server, and I don't like using proprietary music and have people choosing songs because I put these up on YouTube, and being a professional DJ, I don't like breaching people's copyright and getting Facebook or YouTube telling me off about it. I pay my APRA and my PPCA fees so that those people can make their living. So yeah, I keep copywritten and royalty music out of my streams. So I use Rivendell Radio, thanks to Beardshire's advice, to normally provide my background music. But tonight, it's just you, me, a cup of tea, and quiet conversation. My frame rate's dropped down to piddly squat. Why the hell is that? Because I've got a notification that somebody else has gone live. Solar powered internet. Not here, it's not. Me too, my house is silent. Yeah, exactly. Rivendell Radio. Thank you. See, there's Beardy. Yeah, Beardy put me on to Rivendell Radio, and I really do appreciate that, mate. I give them a shout out whenever I'm streaming them. And yes, as you said, you normally have it running at your place, so it must be dead quiet. The future is amazing. All this technology, flying cars. It's like nerd elevator music in the kitchen and the den. Works for me. And the bathroom. Okay, well yeah, all right. You had to go there, didn't you? You know Ozzy's no longer watching the stream. He's gone to bed. Speaker light bulbs with Bluetooth. Okay, well, I haven't gone to that extreme. No, I'm just playing it for basically you guys. Yep, there's the 3-hour mark. Ladles and jelly spoons. Silent bathroom can get a bit awkward. Okay, I'm going to take your word on that. Nope, that's right. I just got an email notification, which is a little weird. I don't care about Sapiro. That can piss off. That's spam in my book. My Facebook weekly update. Yes, my page is going a little bit silly at the moment. Jesus Christ. Okay. The Mickle Pickle is now following. Thank you. Mystery Ninja 316 is now following. Thank you. Mario Sumd is following. Thank you. Travis the Tinkerer is following. Thank you. KY Jeep Guy is now following. Thank you. Demi Gekido is now following. Thank you. Artifacts went live. Imperial Girl went live. Dizzy Disaster went live. And Casey Renee just went live. Scary Bear is following. Thank you. Oh, wait a minute. Astro Ukulele is following. OPF3, yeah. My Doctor Who friend is now following. Fennec is following. Mick Guys 15 is following. Thank you, guys. Alex is following. Thank you. Motzi Mog. Thank you. Akmara is following. Thank you. Griffnado. Thank you. Whoop. Tony Zola is now following. And there's somebody I just missed. The Enoch Cosplay? The Enoch Cosplay? I'm sorry, I'm bastardizing people's names. I don't mean to do that. I've got Evil Ted syndrome. Thank you very much for the follow. I live on Facebook, so if you'd like notifications of my streams in advance, Facebook's probably the best place to catch up on those. There's a couple of thousand photos on Instagram of works in progress, and all of my Twitch streams end up being archived to YouTube, so you can see all the progress, for instance, of my build on the Nordic from very start to very finish, simply by checking out the YouTube channel. Now, where do we get to thanking people? Tonal Zola is following, thank you. The Wood Lab is following, thank you. Making It Up is following, thank you. IQ Workshop, thank you. Maymalim Art is following, thank you. Benny Woodworks, thank you. And thank you very much for your 500 cheers. Nagnabi, thank you for the follow. D-Man49, thank you. Caleb W01, thank you. PG Stoneson, I think I thanked you earlier on. Layer 3 Guru, thank you. And I like to make stuff, thank you. And I think that covered everybody in that big jump that jumped in and followed me. And I appreciate that most of those people have moved on. But those of you who are still lingering, thank you very much for your follows then. That was absolutely fucking awesome. Oops. I think I just deleted a message that I shouldn't have deleted. Yeah, I don't believe that. That was not, yeah, that's junk. Woo-hoo. So yes, I think I caught up with all those followers. Thank you very much. Fucking awesome. Half car, half trucks all over the place. Man, I can't wait for the future. Absolutely. And just trucks with the containers on the back that don't need a driver. Yeah. Yeah. Just like, you know, guys with claws and stuff. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I've put that on in where it's supposed to go, and I'm just going to trace around the inside line here for two purposes. It's going to show me where I need to Dremel my stippling. It's also going to tell me where my glue needs to go, so I don't get glue in the detail work that doesn't need glue on it. Could that be a cruck? Yes, it could be a cruck. I'm going, what could be a cruck? A car truck combo could be a cruck. So all inside that area needs to be stippled. And I need to put my jacket back on, guys. It's turned nipply. Or a ute, absolutely. An El Camino. Pah, you got one. We got every company who makes cars making El Camino. Isn't an El Camino like a novelty over there? I shouldn't have taken that bloody well Tim Tam. I want the rest of them now. There's only a Ranchero. Okay, so to put the stippling on, El Camino is badass though. Yeah, all right. So what, there are improper V8s as well, are there? Oh, proper car, V8, sorry, not a proper V8. I missed the word in the middle then. So this is the tiny little stone bit. Yeah, only milk and orange juice come in 2 litres, mate. Righto, more Dremel noises. It's a staple car in the southern states of America. Can't call yourself a redneck if you don't have one on blocks in the front yard. So there's my stippling, which is rather harsh this time compared to the sword blade, for instance. But as long as I keep it uniform on both sides, we should be hock high. Accent? What are you talking about? I don't have an accent. Oh yeah, Aussie utes would be successful everywhere, dude. Have a look at the Holden Malu ute. That thing is a fucking beast, lad. Fucking beast it is. The El Camino they don't want to sell because they're fixing it. Yeah. One with the hard canopy and the bonnet scoops and that boom boom. I'm reliving my misspent youth and had my midlife crisis in one of those. Absolutely, I would. You like small engine cars. You have it in your head that the smaller amount of money I spend on oil countries in the Mid-East, the less they have to spend on terrorism. Yeah, good point, but I'm not sure one tank of fuel is going to make a big difference. A guy here in Australia, has an Australian Ford Falcon. He won't sell it. Well, it's a Ford. You can't actually sell them. You got to give those fucking things away. They're crap, dude. Yeah, I do like my heat gun on there. I haven't carved any details in the whole blade on the other sword. The Kratos sword is cut with the tip of the X-Acto knife and hit with the heat gun to pop the detail out. Like my daughter's mobile phone that I made for her today to keep her shut up. My granddaughter's mobile phone. That's that. You can see the groove there. So you just cut it with the Dremel and hit it with the heat gun and it pops the details right out. And disregard the tooth marks. So that puppy would pin on there and get glued on there. I think we're right to do that. Although perhaps we should do the stippling detail. Wait, your phone doesn't have teeth marks? No, but my pillow did. You made that for you, didn't you? Uh-huh. So Finn, were you online when I showed off the Kratos axe tonight? So I have to make all 3 of those, which aren't that hard. You saw me working on, and then you saw it tonight, so you've seen that heat gun detailing in the blade then. So I don't need to flash it around under your nose again. We made a Mad Max Waterboy skull and used that very technique on it and weathered it to look like rusty metal. It looks legit like metal. Have you got a an image that you'd like to share of that one? I think I'd like to see that. It's the first thing you made out of EVA, so it's not the best, but yeah. Mate, it's all a progression in your story, so it doesn't matter whether it's your best or not. It sounds like it's a creative piece that needs to be seen, dude. There we go. Sweet. Let's take a gander of that. See the artwork pinned on the foam, and then your Dremel stippling and painting underneath it, and giving it the texture and the look. Yeah, see now the rusty patina on the third one down, and there it is stuck on your Georgia Cherokee. Hells yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Fly that fly the flandum. I was going to give up the whole talking thing, guys. It just, yeah. Yep, I like the finish on that. It worked well. It fits well in with the character. Screaming Cities, how you doing? Can't complain. Ah, is that the same reason I can't? Nobody listens and nobody cares? Did I finish the sword from the other day? Oh, did I finish the sword from the other day? Ladies and gentlemen, I've been triggered. I've got to show you the sword. Got to do it. Got to do it. My mate Rory's hanging on to it. Rory, give me the blade, dude. Hoopa. Hold that, laddie. One completed Nordic Great Sword. So aged and weathered and detailed. Still won't fit on the bloody screen. That way. There we go. Yep, she is a done deal now. So it matches nicely with the Nordic shield. So go with sword and Borden. Conan scream. I can't. It's 2 a.m. and my daughter and my granddaughter are asleep just over there. So yeah, it sits like that, and on the back of my Nordic armour I have 2 bear claws sticking up that tuck in here, and that's how I hold it and carry it around on the back of my armour. Yeah, it turned out really freaking well, and it does, it kicks ass. So hopefully when I get over there to Sydney, I can represent Australia, Western Australia, well enough to get a pat on the head at Oz Comic Con. That'll be the Australian Championships. I'm representing WA in that. And one of us then has to get our shit together to go over there to Chicago in April next year to represent Australia at the C2E2 championships. There's only 5 of us going up on that stage to represent our various states, so I got a 20% chance of going. But then I've seen one of the other costumes that's won in their state, so I'm not getting that. Pats, there we go. So that's all I need. Just pat on the head, that's all, you know. Pat on the head, packet of Tim Tams, cup of tea. Supply of foam, some contact cement, sharp knife, a ruler, some pins. Actually, that list just is a bit bigger, but yeah. Right. Okay, so now I can put the 2 overlay. Oh, I haven't cut that overlay out yet, so I'll have to do that. Never entered a contest. Too busy walking around wearing that, and I don't have the stones to stand up in front of 200 to 300 people and not have a working rifle to stifle the screams. I enter in the normal competitions, and I have done for a couple of years, like literally only 2 or 3 years, and this is the first time that I've entered in the big league, the Champions of Cosplay, and I got convinced to do that after winning the normal cons a couple of times. A few of my mates said, well, look, you've got to push yourself and lift your game and go in the big league, if not to win, at least just to compete, and I did, and was scary enough to win. Very, very much outside my comfort zone. In the normal competition, you go up on the stage, you spend 60, 90 seconds being spoken to by the host, and then the judges take a break for an hour or so and deliberate and vote on you just on, you know, your overall appearance and stage presence and stuff. This Champions of Cosplay is an entirely different league of competition in that we had about an hour of prejudging where they went over the costume and asked you about how you built it and all the rest of it, and I got very anxious about that and nearly pulled out of the competition twice. I have no qualms about standing in front of a crowd. I'm a professional wedding MC and DJ and a radio announcer. I entertain 4 nights a week at pubs and clubs around the place, so being in front of a crowd didn't bother me. What I don't handle is critique. And to actually stand in a little room with 4 people behind a desk, tearing my costume to bits or my craftsmanship, my workmanship to bits, that had me so so tense that I nearly pulled out, like I said. But I'm glad I did it, because I got a free trip to Sydney and accommodations and stuff. Yeah, exactly. They do have this. However, in the con, they have the house lights up as well. It's normally a daytime setting with the house lights up, so you don't get that advantage. But yeah, I don't have a stage fright presence. My issue is the criticism and the intentional critique of my work. I don't handle that well. I didn't like it. It unnerved me a bit. My ego's too big. That's the problem. So that would be the thing that really gets to me if I was lucky enough to win in Sydney and get selected to represent Australia over there in Chicago. The anticipation of the amount of prejudging and critique competing against champions from other countries and that sort of stuff, I think that's going to scare me a bit. Great with people. If it's the groups of people that bug me, too much time in the service. If I'm constantly moving, I'm fine. If I stop, you get worried. Yep, I can understand that. Well, I'll rephrase that. I can empathize with that. I don't have that experience. But I certainly do appreciate where you're coming from. Let's cut that puppy out. I'm probably not going to be streaming too much longer, guys. I've been going 3.5 hours and I notice that I'm slowing down. I'm not as tuned in. You get that about your music. You figure if someone's giving critique, they have been there and figured out the way to solve the issue. Dude, Fent, you're a DJ, yeah? So you know that that's not the case. People come up and criticize our DJing at the drop of a hat with no more reason than that they're not enjoying themselves. I've had people come up and tell me, get this old stuff off. Nobody listens to retro anymore, when I've got 200 people on the dance floor and the room only holds 220. People like picking on DJs. Everyone's a DJ now, except for those of us who are actually DJs. You know, I've been DJing since 1989, longer than most of my clients have been alive. And I still get people come up and drunk as a skunk going, you got to play this next. You know what would really work well for this crowd? Put some Metallica on. Just fuck off, mate. Fuck off. Oh, your music production? Well, yeah. People then only take advice from those people that you respect when it comes to music production, mate. People that you know have put in the yards and spent time at the coalface. Somebody's chewing your ear about, oh no, you need to bring that up, and you know your tempo's not quite right, and you know you need a good transition into the bridge, and piss off, Noddy. If you haven't got anything to show me. Yeah, people are telling me you're not playing their track. You was alive a longer than you've been DJing. Okay. Don't mess with people that do that job all day or all night. You're a butcher and you keep it. One of my first jobs was a butcher, which is probably why I can put an edge on a blade. Well, not a, yeah, no. I can break down a hind quarter in my sleep. I haven't done it for a few years, but I can still do it. But yes, people who actually keep telling me that I can't do something should get the fuck out of my way while I'm proving them wrong. Only by a year. Wait, so you're only 31 then, Crims? When I first started DJing, that was a bit. Oh no, I got carried away there. I had to, in my interview, tell the guy who was looking at adding me to his team the difference between a Pride of Erin and a progressive barn dance, and what songs I would use to do either one with. So yeah, I go back a fair ways. You went from active duty to putting down animals. Okay. Oh, butchering. Yes, all right. I got that. I thought you were having a 1988. Well, yeah, I started DJing in 1989. So yes, a year later. The company that I own, Party Sounds, I'm the fourth owner of Party Sounds. That was established in 1958, making it one of Western Australia's oldest DJ companies, and maybe even one of Australia's at that matter. Continuously operating. Every time it's been sold in the family. The first time legitimately, from the owner to the owner's son. And from there on in, it has been sold to members of the team, so in the family. Well, what? You were in Iraq in 1988. Yeah, some of us are a lot younger than others, eh? I wasn't in Iraq, thank God. I've got a couple of friends who, one went into private law enforcement in South Africa. He's now at an institution called Greylands, where he suffers from critical incident stress syndrome. And you know, even dropping a plate on the floor by accident is something he doesn't appreciate. And then I've got another mate from the same time, the same circle of friends, who went to Afghanistan and didn't come home. So while I haven't done it myself, procrastination, I've been close enough to friends to, like I said, to relate. But it's all second hand, so tell me to shut the fuck up and stop sucking eggs if I am. Okay. Tinky, 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 tink. Should have taken those further into the corners, but I didn't. So what you gonna do? Not a lot you can, is there? Okay. Might get the unit together once a year to remember fallen friends. Absolutely. I have a standing policy with my DJ company that if you are Australian Defence Forces, either past or present, in any capacity, I don't care, you automatically get a 20% discount. And if you are West Australian Police Department in any capacity, past or present, you also get a 20% discount, and that goes for any immediate family member as well. Instagram. Whoa! Jesus Christ, scary bastard. I got a weak heart, you prick. It's Easter. Don't be a dick to the guy who's giving you your family dinner. Exactly. Okay, what I want to do is this angle here I'm going to cut on a 45, which on this 2mm foam is not going to be dramatic, but it is going to be noticeable once it's all painted and weathered and aged and stuff. I'm going to... You have no soul. You're dead inside. I got a box of dirt, a jar of dirt. I don't have the wife anymore because she was probably right about that whole I'm dead inside thing. So now I share this place with my daughter, my middle child, the forgotten one, and my little granddaughter, my little workshop elf, who pops out here occasionally and chats to us when I wake her up. I thought the scroll saw was going to bring her out of her coma. But she didn't have an afternoon nap today, so that's probably why she's still asleep. You have a lot of Gundams. Yes, you do. Okay. Can you believe this? I went and got some more blades for my X-Acto. And my workshop elves are now 20 and 21, not so little. Well, my workshop elf is my granddaughter. So I went and got some more blades for my from my art supplier. They actually sell scalpel blades, $1 each, and I brought 10. But they don't fit in my existing X-Acto handle, and they're a lot sharper than X-Actos. The bloody handle cost $26 fucking dollars. Can't believe it. But it's sharp. It's like nerve endings didn't know that happened type sharp. These are beautiful, the fine details. That Celtic knot that I did on the top of the Kratos sword. Yeah. Look at that. Well, it's a damn sight cheaper for rent and stuff. She has the front of the house, I have the back of the house, and I get lots of quality time with at least one of my grandchildren. My other daughter, my eldest child, lives in Queensland. She must be getting close to 30 now. She's got 3 other grandkids, and then there's my son, who's my youngest kid, and he lives just up the road with young Christoph, the guy who comes in and crafts with me occasionally. So that's going to go there. That white really blows out on the camera, doesn't it? Sorry about that. Yeah, bugger that for the price of the handle. The handle, not even the blade, the bloody handle. Yeah, I resharpen, but these are what do you call it? Laser etched surgical scalpels. The blades are. I fucking love them. As opposed to my Exactos, I sharpen those on that steel all the time. But these puppies, these are like the piece of resistance, mate. But I only use them for the finer details and stuff. So we need to lift that out of there. Mind you, you're a butcher. You'd be paying bloody well top freaking dollar for a decent blade. That's your work. That's your lifeblood. How you slice and dice meat. The scary thing is, cheapest blade cost you 125. Yeah. After I bought that, I've got two friends who work at the hospital, and they could have got me scalpel handles by the freaking handful kind of thing that fit those blades. So, right, thanks for telling me. And their response is, as always, thanks for asking us. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, exactly. Cut off a finger and you don't notice it. That's too good for a home project. Yep. Ain't no need for anything quite that sharp in the domestic kitchen. And then they go and wash them in hot water any fucking way. That's not the blade I wanted to sharpen for that job. I'm not matching up the corners. I really don't need that left on there now I've traced it. But I don't want to lose it because I'm going to need it for side 2. I did cut yourself last week to the point that my wife was going to drive me to the hospital. Super glue trick? Yeah. I was only telling that story to a mate of mine a couple of days ago. Yes, super glue in a cut. Super glue was designed for sealing wounds in the field. I did a wedding about 2 years ago. I don't know whether you can see it anymore, but I'm missing in the eyebrow. I ran into, sorry, it's in this eyebrow. I ran up the stairs and they had big plate glass windows with doors with no frames on them, just the big sheets of, fucking half-inch thick with handles. And I come sprinting up the stairs around the corner and smack straight into the door, and it split my eyebrow wide open, and they have no first aid kit. None. So I got blood trickling down my face from dripping on my tux and stuff. Okay, so you've got no first aid kit. My first aid kit is back in the car that's just been taken away. So, got any super glue? Yeah. All right. Squirt, pinch. Yeah. Stings like a bastard, but it seals it up because, like I said, it was designed for sealing wounds in the field. Yep. Glue them up, stop them from leaking all over the freaking place, get them off the field and get them back to the medevac. Troink. So there you go, Crims. Put some super glue in your first aid kit, alright? Saves on band-aids. He's gone to Google that now to see whether we're pulling the piss out of him. Feng goes, haha, I learned it today. There we go. Tyrannus's Cosplay and Useful Information Channel. Tomorrow we'll teach you how to start a fire with a car battery and a steel wool pad. Those two, yippee-ki-yay. You know what? That was stupid twat. Tampons, yep, good for 9mm and 45 cal bullet holes. Mind you, if you shot with a 9mm or a 45 cal, I think maybe the shock might take over before you get the tampon out. Sergeant Major, what do we use for 7.62 rounds? A garbage bag, mate. I can beat that. I can make a fire with a lemon, copper pins, zinc, nails, and wire. That's what I said. That's a battery, dude. You know what, crew? I've just hit the 4-hour mark. That's going to take forever to upload to YouTube, and I have problems with my virtual memory in Premiere at the moment. Compliments of not having any hard drive space left. So I'm going to love yous and leave yous, guys. I'm starting to lose focus on what I'm doing. But it's a lemon, so it's a scented battery. Yes, yes it is. Let me put my blades up there out of the way. Here's the kicker. When you did get shot in your arm, the first thing you pushed in your wound... Yeah, well, hey, training kicks in. You do what you're goddamn told. It keeps you alive. So yeah, if they told you you stick a tampon in there, you stick a tampon in there. Why not? Okay. Love yous all. I'm out of here, guys. Is there anywhere I should send these last 10 people? Should we go and... actually, you know what? I'm really sorry to say this, but CBF tonight, I'm actually going to go hit the sack without sending you off to follow anybody. Be free. Thanks a lot, Procrastination. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Fennec. I appreciate that. And for all you guys who joined me from the raid and stuck around, thank you very much. Oh, look, there's my little beauty. Come here, sweetheart. Come give me a hug, Bubby. I'll get you a water. It's really empty? Okay, you give me a hug and I will top up your water bottle. You say hello, everybody. Hi. This is my little workshop elf with her really scraggly bed head hair. You should be asleep, shouldn't you? Are you very tired? Hey, you know what? You have school tomorrow. You get to see all your friends.
I want to sleep.
You want to sleep in Mummy's bed. Okay. You don't need to take water to Mummy's bed, do you? Or do you need to take your drink bottle to Mummy's bed?
Yeah, I'm thirsty.
You're thirsty. Okay. Good night, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. Don't forget, you've been watching Tyrannus Cosplay, and it's called Cosplay, because this stuff is meant to be fun. Good night.